Okay.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good evening, Dr. Kabir.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you for joining us today. My
Yeah.
name is Puteri Nordalila Binti Zamani and she is my partner.
My name is Siti Doraisha binti Malaysia.
We are really excited to have this conversation with you. The purpose of this interview is to learn more about your experiences and perspectives, particularly on intercultural communications. It's meant to be a casual and engaging conversation. Before we dive into the questions, could you share a little bit about yourself or your background? We would like to know more about your journey and experiences.
Okay, thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
ربي اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي واجعل وزير ربي زدنا علما وبعد inshallah briefly I'm from Nigeria. My parents are from Nigeria, but by virtue of where I was born in Jeddah in Saudi Arabia. So I started growing up from Saudi and then later back to Nigeria with my parents, and later moved to different country in order to understand the culture and how people live. For instance, I've been to Egypt, France, Spain. So, but my last destination where I live longer before coming to Malaysia is England. I have opportunity to be in England for a while, and therein I obtained my higher qualification of PhD in England. Again, my name is Abdul Kabir Ali. Thank you very much.
Oh, okay, Dr. Kabir, how long have you stayed in Malaysia?
Yeah, I'm quite new. I've been to Asian country before. This is the first country I'm coming as far as the Asian continent is concerned. It was a privilege to be here, and I'm happy to be here because I've been in Arabia country, I've been in Africa, I've been in Europe. So this is the first country I'm coming as far as the Asian continent is concerned. Alhamdulillah, I've been here just roughly 1 year and some months now. Not up to 2 years.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see. Okay, so let me move on to the first question.
Yes,
What
please.
do you think of the importance in learning intercultural?
Yeah, it's important. The importance of learning interculture is for you to understand people culture, how people live, and how to tolerate people's background, and then to also work together as a team. I have this experience when I was in England. I was opportune to be during my PhD program in England, Cranfield University. I was elected as a president of Cranfield Islamic Society, where we have a lot of students from different backgrounds, from different countries, from Arabian country, from Africa country, from European country, and also from Asian country. I got some friends. I think the first time I met with the people from Malaysia is during my PhD study, and we established a good relationship. Having understood the culture, we try to give a respect to each other, and they work as a team in the community.
I see. So learning interculture really is important so that we can understand each other better, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Let's say they move on to the next question.
So another question is, have you faced any difficulties in understanding Malaysian language, like Bahasa Melayu, Chinese dialect, or Tamil?
Yeah, of course, being that this is the first time I'm coming to Malaysian, though I got some friends, so it initially it was a challenge, but later we try to see how we can communicate, and especially because there are a lot of I understand people from Malaysia are always happy to see you speaking Bahasa Melayu, so they try to speak to you, and then it's a challenge to you to also try to learn the language. So they made it easier for us to say, okay, Bahasa Melayu is very easy to understand. So, and this gives us opportunity. I can see that my kids now, some of them have started speaking Bahasa Melayu. Hopefully, soon I will also be able to speak fluently.
Inshallah,
That,
Doctor.
that must be have been challenging, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Next, how has living, I mean, in Nigeria, language can be formal or informal depending on context, right?
Yeah.
So, have you noticed differences in how Malaysians use language to show respect or politeness? Can you give specific examples, such as greetings or phrases?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I notice a similarity. Uh, so one of the important which I've seen as a sign of respect is, for instance, you cannot just call someone with his name without putting a title. For instance, if someone, maybe you call him Enric or Enchik or something, or Pom for a woman.
Yes.
So, and if someone has a traditional title, maybe you call data, so it's also a sign of respect. Or maybe someone has educational qualification, you don't just call him, you call him maybe professor or Professor Madaya or doctor. So all these are sign of respect given to those who deserve it. Yeah, so it's a very good one. And another thing I also notice is that during the greeting, especially when the younger one is greeting the elder one, so you make a handshake and then you raise the hand of the elder one towards your chest to show the sign of
Uh,
respect. Yeah,
yes, we
yeah,
usually do that. That's so
yeah,
interesting, actually,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
The
Yeah,
variety.
it's interesting.
Yes, I see that. Okay. Next, Siti.
So, so how has living in Malaysia influenced the way you view your cultural identity as a Nigerian?
Yeah, it's almost similar, even though I was having a little challenge, being that I didn't live completely in Nigeria. Yeah,
Mm,
the parents are from Nigeria, born in
yes.
Saudi, and they live in different country. So, but again, I think it's a beautiful one. I learned other things, which is also a very good one that has added the quality of living as far as I'm concerned in living in Malaysia. So it's a good thing. One of the things I knew mostly, even before I came to Malaysia, is that, all the address, if the greeting is to be sent to you or any formal information, it always begin with Assalamu alaikum. Then all other things follow. So this also gives me a pleasure to hear that as a Muslim. Yeah.
Yes, I see that.
Very
Okay.
interesting.
All right. Have you felt discomfort due to Malaysians' use of personal space in public or social settings? Can you describe a specific instance?
Yeah, one thing I noticed is that even recently I traveled to Saudi just during my holiday, and then just returned back in October. Then I noticed that mostly Malaysian culture, mostly they try to hold to each other. They want to be together. So mostly their movement, their walking, they try to walk together, not try to create a space wherein someone can come in between. So it's also a very good thing, at least to form a bond, a strong bond of people that come from the same nation.
Also, you can adapt with it. It is same as Nigeria. Mm.
Yeah, mostly from my little knowledge of, yeah, mostly you can see this clearly when you are abroad. Sometimes people, when they are in their nation, they don't come together, but when they are in another nation, then they try to come together as one.
Yes, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, thank
So
you.
Though
the
No,
Next.
that was not, that does not cause a limitation to my because I got a lot of friends from Malaysia, from Indonesia, in UK, and then we became one. So we moved together, we eat together, we visit ourselves. So it's a very beautiful one.
Yes, you always
Yeah,
move together in a group.
yeah, yeah,
Okay. All
yeah.
right. Let's move on to the next question.
so so while you're in Malaysia, have you encountered a situation where cultural differences that in time management cause misunderstanding? How did you handle that?
Uh, Sincerely, I think I've not encountered that. Maybe because I'm not sure if that will happen, but because I haven't spent some time in Malaysia, I just spent 1 year and some month, not even up to 2 years. But as far as I'm concerned, the community I live, they are loving people, and then they live together peacefully. I haven't had any conflict within themselves. I haven't had conflict between them and any other person. So it's lovely one.
Oh, um, I mean, for example, if someone asks you to meet in 10 minutes, are they actually be there within that time? Malaysian.
Okay, in terms of you mean time management, yeah?
Ah, yes.
Yeah, yeah, time management. I think it's yeah, I think based on my understanding, most of the appointment I got so far, the time was well managed. I'm not sure if that can be generalized, but the time
Oh,
was well managed. Yeah.
okay.
Mm,
Okay, thank you, doctor.
thank you.
Okay, next is, have you been confronted with stereotypes about Nigerians in Malaysia? Can you share a specific incident and how you address it?
Sincerely, I haven't got any issues regarding that here. I only visited a friend in Negis, Milan, and is also a Nigerian. So he visited us one time, and I haven't known him before. So we got to know each other here. So someone introduced him to me. He visited me with his family, and I also tried to visit him once. So, but I haven't had any cases similar to that. Uh, there may be, but maybe it's not known to me.
Oh, I see. But I think Nigerian is fine to talk to.
Oh, yeah. Okay, thank
Yes,
you.
if I'm
Mhm.
being honest. Okay, next question, Siti.
So doctor, have you
Yeah.
experienced any specific misunderstanding to language differences such as the meaning of certain words or expression in the Malaysia versus Nigeria? Like,
Uh, Actually, I didn't experience that of Malaysia and Nigeria, but when I came here, because I'm teaching in the university, so because I've stayed for a while in England, so at first few weeks I spent with my students, so they have difficulty of understanding the communication because of the way we pronounce some things in European style. So, and then they told me that my talking was a bit high speedy, so I have to reduce the speed of my
Oh,
communication. So, but
yeah,
later, then I think everyone understood, and I was so happy that in the end, all the students performed wonderfully. So I think I was only able to relate the communication with English because that was the language that I was much familiar with.
Oh, I see.
I
Yeah,
So
see.
you try to slowly
yeah
lower your
so
speed in talking.
yeah,
I
yeah,
see. And now we
yeah,
can understand you clearly.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay. Next question is, have you observed any unique facial expressions or rules for expressing emotions in Malaysia that differ from those in Nigeria?
For expressing emotion.
Mm.
Uh,
Maybe
I-
like how you ask for taking orders at the restaurants.
oh, okay. Actually, based on my experience, it was I haven't experienced that, but I think mostly when I happen to buy food from restaurants,
Mm-hmm.
uh, I'm not sure, but based on my assessment, they are friendly and they attend to me, and then they also make it friendly. So I haven't noticed any emotional action from anyone, and I hope that I will not experience that here.
Oh, I see. Okay. The Also in Nigeria, you don't have any specific expression like your slang or something like that that different from Malaysian.
Okay, that shows emotional action. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, I think based on my understanding, I think there is different culture has a different way of showing emotion. But I think I noticed that there wasn't much different, maybe because the mostly here is an Islamic state, and then people live here using almost the same culture. So I have been, but in Nigeria mostly. The I think sometimes you can see that from the face of one
Mm-hmm.
who is pleased with you or is not pleased with you, maybe from his face. And I think it's normal to a human being. Everyone you can see from the face sometimes someone who is happy with you, someone who is not happy with you. In some cases you can see, but there are in some few cases that is not a determinate factor. But
Oh,
but in most cases, when you are with someone, maybe you do something that is not pleased with you, you can see from his action, from his reaction. Yeah, it's always no different from how he used to be.
oh, I see. So it depends on the individuals, right?
It depends on individual.
Individuals. Okay. Okay. This is gonna be the last question from Siti.
Okay.
Last question, Doctor.
Okay, thank
Have
you.
you participated in any cultural or community events in Malaysia that aim to bridge gap between different groups? What was your experience for that particular event?
Yeah, I have actually attended a lot of programs here in Malaysia, despite the fact that I've only spent some few time already here, not long time. But again, I was invited for a wedding in Kuala Lumpur, and then we, at least, is a way of bridging the cultural gap between the different culture. So we came together, we sit together, we eat together, and then we discuss, and then I also try to ask some of the things I'm not familiar with. So what is this? What is happening here? So it's a very good one. So I've also been invited for open house during the Eid al-Fitr, so where we sat together with different people and with different background, and then we eat together, we discuss, and then we share our experiences. So it's also a very good one.
That
Yeah,
sounds
we
like a
see.
great experience.
Yeah, other than Hari. Hari Raya.
Yes.
Have you been in Chinese New Year celebration or Deepavali or not?
Not yet, because I've only so far spent just one Eid al-Adha here. So hopefully maybe next time I also try to tap the experience from other cultural background like India's Chinese also festivity. So I'll be able to know how they also do their own. But so far, what I've experienced is that of Eid al-Fitr.
Yeah.
Rare, you call it rare, yeah?
Have you ever played with firecracker during Aidilfitri?
No, 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 of course, but I only used the opportunity to visit, because I noticed here they celebrated Hararea for almost 1 month. So everyone want to invite you to come to have open house. So even those who travel for a long time, they come back, they still pay back. So everyone want to have it. I noticed they continue having Hararea even after a month.
I
Yeah.
see. So, is how Malaysians celebrate Hari Raya? Is that how you used to celebrate during your time in England?
Yeah, in England, mostly we spend roughly 3 days. Again, it also depends on the community. Fortunately, I was living my first living was in a diverse community where we have different from people from different communities. So then, when I was elected as Amir, so I have to coordinate the activities, and then we also have eating together. But in that case, because we're in university environment, mostly the eat program, then we spend like 2 days. Then when I moved to another city in England, Coventry, then we celebrate Eid for 3 days.
Or open houses and so on? Just the same.
So just 3 days. But in Nigeria, I think the celebration, especially in my locality, is for 5 days.
Oh,
5 days.
do
And
you
then
have?
Malaysia is 1 month, yeah.
Oh, and in Nigeria, you also visit
Yes,
others' home
yes.
houses.
We also visit, yeah. Yeah,
I
yeah,
see.
yeah.
So it's just not very difference in Malaysia.
Yeah, in Malaysia. Yeah, I think it's similar, but in Malaysia we visit and again we eat. So
Wow.
I noticed that the rate of celebration of Hari Raya Eid al-Fitr is more as compared to Eid al-Adha, the big one where we
Oh
slaughter
yeah.
animals. So that one maybe they just spend 1 2 days. You don't notice, but
Yeah.
for Eid Hari Raya, then you spend more time. So
Malaysian
all is good. It's a
focus.
culture, but it's nice.
Yes.
Yeah,
We do focus on Hari Raya Aidilfitri more.
yeah,
I
yeah,
also
yeah.
noticed that.
Oh, mashallah, good, mashallah.
All right.
Mhm.
That's all from us.
I
Thank,
think we
thank,
can wrap up now.
okay. Thank you so much, Doctor, for opening up and sharing your experience with us. Hearing your
Mm.
story really gives us a deeper understanding of what it's like to navigate life in a multicultural space like Malaysia. It's inspiring how you embrace the culture, the challenge, and found ways to connect with others across culture. These kinds of conversation reminds me of how important it is to listen, learn and grow from each other. I really enjoy talking to you, and I hope you keep having amazing experience that continue to shape your journey in Malaysia.
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure to be with you all and
Thank you.
also to have more experience. I have more story to give, especially on your interview.
Inshallah.
Yeah.
All right, Doctor. Thank you
Mhm.
so
Thank you,
much.
Thank you very
Doctor.
much. And thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye.
Doctor.
Inshallah.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.